In this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can develop a growth mindset. If you feel like you're just lazy, you're just stubborn, you're just fat, that's just how you are, and you've had trouble overcoming this, especially procrastination. How to overcome that, how to develop what is called a growth mindset, and why you're going to want to do that if you want to achieve any level of success in your life and you want to change your situation. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something you are all about, click that subscribe and join us on our quest. This is a term that comes from Carol Dweck's popular book, Mindset. What she basically outlines in this book is two kinds of mindsets, okay? One is the fixed mindset, and one is a growth mindset. Now, the fixed mindset says basically, I am this way. I don't change and people don't change. Most people label themselves, they label other people. They don't believe in a person's ability to change or to grow or to adapt, and they just see themselves as they are. This sounds like some pretty basic common sense, okay? Because you think, okay, well, it's obviously true that you can grow and adapt, but do you really believe it? If you're stuck where you are in your life right now, the reason why is because even though you're doing lip service to the idea that, sure, I believe in the growth mindset, sure, you're not actually following through because you don't really believe it. If you want to know what people actually believe, look at what they do. I was just in a discussion with a friend of mine, and he's like, oh yeah, the commercial real estate is going to go under. It's gonna disappear. You know, you should invest in commercial. Amazon's taking over. It's going to happen. And I said to him, well, okay, fine. You know, I don't think so, but if you think so, where's your money? What are you doing? Are you shorting real estate? Are you shorting commercial REITs, like REITs? Or are you doing something that proves this, right? Where you're putting your money, like, otherwise you're just doing a lip service. Do you really believe this? Because if you really believe this, and you knew you were right, you would make some money off it. You would do something, right? So how do you actually develop the growth mindset, right, and get rid of that fixed mindset? You can make small gradual changes that you can see over time in order to realize that something can change. Let's say that you wanted to play a musical instrument, okay, but you think you're not musically talented. So you just say, you know what, I'm going to suspend disbelief for now, and all I'm going to do, okay, is I'm just going to practice for an hour a day. All right, I'm just going to pick up my guitar or whatever it is, and I'm going to get some lessons. There's plenty of places to get guitar lessons online, and I'm just going to work on those lessons. I don't care how I progress or not, just for an hour a day, I'm just committing to doing that. And you do that for like 6 months. At the end of that 6 months, you're going to see progression. You're not going to believe it most of the way, and you might not believe it. You might still have that fixed mindset, but what will happen is that at the end of the 6 months, you're going to see so much progress that it's gonna force your mind to believe that there's such a thing as a growth mindset, that you can actually change and grow. Think of ways where you can rely on, you can trust the process, and you can just do something over and over again without even necessarily believing that it will work and seeing the results. It doesn't feel like I'm progressing, but over time, over a long period of time, as long as I consistently run, I do get better. I do progress over time. The next way is to actually think of someone else doing the thing. Because another reason why we get stuck in the fixed mindset is because we apply it to ourselves. I believe that other people could, and other people could change, but I always thought there was an exception for myself. One thing that you can do is you can take whatever you're going to do and you can apply it to someone else, and you can say, would that person grow? So for example, right, because people always argue with me all the time about, let's say something like diet, right? And they're like, oh, well, you know, I tried dieting. I was in like a 500 calorie deficit every day, and I still didn't lose any weight. So there must be something wrong with me, okay? So then I say, okay, well, okay, all right, probably you're not actually in a 500 calorie deficit, okay? Probably there's, no, I am. There's something weird with my metabolism, my thyroid, whatever. Okay, fine. Let's do this instead. So I say, imagine that someone else, let's say Joe over here, okay? Joe, we're tracking his macros. He's in a 500 calorie deficit, okay? And he stays in that 500 calorie deficit every day. And after 12 weeks, do you think Joe will have lost weight? Yeah, absolutely, he'll have lost weight. So you're no different. You have to sometimes step out of yourself, all right, and realize that it's going to change, right? That's the second way that you can sort of develop the growth mindset, is you hack it. And so, because you can't change your beliefs directly, but you probably believe fixed things about yourself, but not fix things about other people, right? You can separate yourself from it. You can logically see that if someone else did these behaviors, they would be successful. A lot of you are like, oh, I don't know how to start a business. Other people can blog, or other people can make YouTube videos, and there's so many people doing it, and I just don't feel like I'm getting any traction, or I'm never going to get any success. I don't see how I can get there. I don't see why anyone would listen to me. Any of that shit, okay? I hear all these excuses all the time, especially with a lot of my coaching clients. By the way, if you want one-on-one coaching, I've got a link below. Imagine that you've got some Joe Blow, okay, because Joe is doing a lot of shit here. All right, and he says, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, okay? And then he says, I'm going to upload one video every single week, okay, consistently for 3 years. Do you think Joe will grow his YouTube channel? Of course he will. So of course you will. Okay, you just have to put someone else in that shoe. The same thing if Joe works on his business, if he works on monetizing that and building a business out of that YouTube channel, don't you think he'll be able to do it if he devotes 2 hours a day, every day for the next 3 years? Of course he will make progression. But for some reason when it comes to you, you believe that you can't, and you believe that you won't. You believe you can't lose weight. You believe you can't talk to girls. You believe that you can't stop being lazy. You can't stop procrastinating. It's all untrue. But I can't just tell you that. I can't just convince you to have a growth mindset by telling you that. Instead, you have to experience it. Or you have to do a little bit of a hack there where you do what I call a context shift, and you imagine yourself in the other role, or you imagine someone else in a role that you would like to then adopt. So 2 techniques. 1, doing things on the basis of trusting the process. That's one of the most important things that I talk about all the time on this channel, is trust the process. Just pick something and just do it over and over again until you show yourself that you can change and adapt and grow. And 2, context shift. Think about someone else doing the thing. The more success that you have, the more that you grow and change as a person, the more that you'll develop this growth mindset. All right, guys, real quick also, if you haven't already, take that Bulldog Quiz. I know I told you before, but take it. I want to see where you're at. I want to see where you're starting, and I want to give you some help to develop the growth mindset. To click the link below or click the card and take that quiz. Really, really important, because I want to send you some valuable information on developing growth mindset. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Click that subscribe button. Join me next time, and I will see you later.